wonder if Carol will catch on to my little scheme. If she sees that list of checks cut and doesn't remember seeing an invoice from Zenith, she might discover my fraud. Shoot! I better run this late so I can make it to work before everyone else. Oh no!
Weird. It's locked again. Hello? Oh, hello, Frank. Oh no, Libby got into a car accident on the way to work? Is she okay? Well, okay. Well, I'm glad she's alright. You know what? Yeah, tell her to take as much time as she needs. We care about her. We want her to be okay. She's got plenty of vacation days built up too, so it's not a problem. And we'll see her when she gets much better, alright? Not a problem. Take care. Wow, what a day. Already. Alright, you two, so I mailed all the checks for Libby that correspond with these invoices. Basically just need you to file them.
Thank you.
Well, hey, have you heard the news?
No, what's up?
Yeah, well, Libby got into a car accident, so Joe will be performing her duties while she's absent.
Oh no, I hope she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let's process these. Zenith Enterprises. That's weird. I've never seen this vendor before. Libby must have added this invoice after I left. What do I do? I think I better tell Joe. Hey Joe, can you come here for a second?
Sure, what's up?
Joe, I found this invoice, but I've never seen this vendor and we've never processed an invoice for it.
Why don't
But
I
it was
hold
with
on to
the
this?
checks.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and look into this.
Okay, let me know. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello, my name is Robert Harris with the AICPA. What you just saw is happening in many offices in many companies around this country. It is called management fraud. Today we'll be talking about ways to detect and deter management fraud, and we'll also be seeing an interview with known fraudster Libby Jones, and we'll ask her why did she defraud the good, honest, hardworking people of Junction Falls, USA. Management fraud is difficult to detect because management has certain privileges over all other employees. Despite this, there are certain attitudes and expressions that are present that should be a red flag for fraud. Something as simple as a manager not wanting to take a vacation, it should be a red flag, as we're about to see in this example.
Hello, Libby. Would you mind coming down to my office and bring Bob with you? Perfect, thanks. Hello, my two favorite employees. Now, so one of the new changes I'm also going to implement is that all employees have to use their allotted vacation time. Now, this is to boost operations and improve morale. Libby, I noticed that you have quite a few vacation days built up that you're going to lose if you don't use them by the end of the year.
Yeah, I've just been really busy, and with the new personnel, I just don't feel comfortable leaving the books more than a day. But I'll take a vacation every once in a while.
Okay. Well, let me know when you decide. Bob, do you still have your annual fishing trip planned?
I sure do. We're going to Lost Pines Lake again for a whole week. It's amazing up there, and the scenery is really great.
That sounds fun. I just don't have time to take a week-long vacation like that. I can only take a day at a time.
Good evening. I'm Jackie Chan with 9 News Investigations. We're here tonight interviewing Libby. First question. So, why were you avoiding taking any vacation time?
Well, I needed to be there at all times to make sure that I could cover my fraud. Also, I needed to assign employees different tasks to make sure they couldn't uncover my fraud.
I see. So were your previous supervisors ever suspicious when you never took any vacation?
No, they never suspected anything. They believed that I was honest, competent, and loyal to the company. I even showered them with gifts and compliments during the holidays to make sure I had a great relationship.
Oh. So what went through your mind when Joe came in and said it was mandatory for all employees to start using their vacation time?
I didn't think I'd have to follow that particular rule, just because our finance department had a lot of turnover recently. Also, I figured our company needed a lot of very experienced employees so day-to-day operations could run smoothly. And since I'm an experienced employee, I thought that was okay. Even Joe, he was clueless about a few issues. He even had to come to me for a few scores of questions. So I should have been promoted to director.
Here are other attitude indicators you should look for when detecting fraud. Managers failing to record dishonest acts or take disciplinary action. Managers that live beyond their means. Managers that also complain of high debt or unethical management. Oh, hello. Libby's ability to perpetuate fraud is based on 3 criteria. 1, the incentive to commit fraud. 2, the opportunity to commit fraud. And 3, the rationalization or attitude to commit fraud. These 3 criteria make up a fraud triangle. When these conditions in this triangle are present in a company, fraud is likely to be occurring. As you will see here in this next example of all 3 of these criteria. Try to pick them out.
Hello everyone, I have a few topics to discuss at this meeting. First, I'd like to discuss the new internal control features which we're going to implement into our accounts payable functions. From now on, Nora and Bob, you will check each other's documents for accuracy at the close of every workday.
Okay, that sounds logical. I can do that. But at my old job, we had different procedures to mitigate the risk in the AP process.
Bob, this is a serious meeting, and we don't need disruptive questions. I'm the boss here. I mean, maybe we should take this out in the hallway, or...
Nah, I'm too old for this. See you later.
Okay, Bob, go to your cubicle, and I will come speak to you when the meeting is over. Sorry about those ridiculous questions, everyone. Let's get back to the matter at hand here, okay? So each Tuesday, Libby will collect the invoices to be paid for that week and prepare the documentation so that checks can be drawn and mechanically signed in the nightly cycle. The following morning, Libby will collect the printed checks, verify the amount of each check with the register, and confirm that all supporting documents are attached. She then sends the checks to the mailroom for delivery to the vendors, forwards the daily check register to Scott for use in the bank reconciliation, and will return the invoices to Nora and Bob for inclusion in the vendor files. Libby is also responsible for periodically reconciling the accounts payable subsidiary ledger to the control account.
Okay, Joe, new policies sound great. But increased oversight will be very beneficial to the company and myself.
Huh? What was that?
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying. You can count on me. I can do this job better than Joe. He should be answering to me. They're all so naive. They're just making it even easier for me to perpetrate fraud. Louis Vuitton, here I come.
As an auditor, you must look and test for weak internal controls to determine if fraud has taken place. Also consider these conditions as red flags. Lack of procedures or policies, recent changes in procedures or policies, too much trust in key employees, and complex organizational structures. Extra quarter, pull it up. There we go. Oh, hi. As an auditor, you must maintain professional skepticism at all times. Do not assume that what is being told to you is right or that your client is honest. Even the most dedicated employee can be the most devious. Statement of Auditing Standards 99 suggests that you speak with your audit team in a brainstorming session. Maybe you overlook something. Maybe something's amiss. The best way to figure it out is to talk with everyone in the group. Interviews with management regarding their practices may uncover fraudulent activity. Make sure to ask about policy and practices. Inquire further about previous fraud errors. If management is being unruly, that should be a red flag to a malicious act. Review the duties and determine what type of assets they're in control of. You never know what management is not telling you. Just ask Libby.
So, it's quite amazing how long you were able to perpetrate this fraud. What motivated you?
Well, times are tough. My husband's business isn't doing very well. So one day at dinner we were thinking of ways to generate a little bit of extra cash.
I see. So what opportunities or weaknesses did you see that would enable you to commit this fraud?
They made it very easy. See, I had complete oversight over the accounts payable process, including reconciliation. I knew my supervisors and they trusted my work ethics. And I knew what they'd check and what they wouldn't check and what I could do. So I set up a fictitious company named Zenith.
I see. Didn't you ever think about the consequences of your actions?
I was slightly worried, but I felt I could justify what I had done. You see, I've been with the company for over 15 years, and I don't think I've been completely compensated for the whole time I've been there. And then when Joe was promoted to new director, it really ticked me off. Wouldn't you do the same thing?
Oh, I guess time is up. Visiting hours are over now. Thank you.